Hi, it's Monique from earlylearningmom.com. Today I'm going to talk to you guys a bit about how I used Hooked on Phonics with my children. My little guy, who is now 2.5, we started using Hooked on Phonics with him when he was 11 months old. I know people are thinking, that's crazy, he's 11 months old. But Hooked on Phonics is quite different than when we were kids. You saw the ads on TV. I think anybody born in the 80s and 90s remembers the Hooked on Phonics, worked for me kind of slogan. They went out of business, they went bankrupt, and then they reopened. I'm not sure if they were bought out or what happened, but the branding is back. And they have created a few DVDs that go with their set. They have the traditional. I have the more traditional set. I have kindergarten, grade 1, and grade 2. My mom found them at Zeller's. It was a couple $100 set, and it was on sale for like $30 some. So I bought it so I'd get the books and the, let me see, there we go, the workbooks, the flashcards, all that stuff. But if you go through the program the way you're supposed to, it can get boring pretty quick. So what I did was I modified it. Like I modify all my programs to be able to use them with younger kids. My friend passed on, she had the DVDs, she passed them on to me, and her children were done with the program. So I used the DVD program where you show little clips and they have little characters, and so we started off with that, and then they had the app that came out for the iPad, and we started just doing it with him. He'd sit on my lap and I would use, at first I was doing it in front of him and he was just watching the screen, and the same characters that are on the DVD are on the iPad program. And what happened with us is as he got older, he was allowing me to take his hand and guide his hand to select the right answers, and I would say out loud why I was picking that, or and afterwards I started feeling his hand go, like he wanted me to let go of him, so I'd let go and he started picking the right answers. Now he wasn't, there was times where he didn't want to perform. He didn't want to show me what he could do, so he would just let me guide his hands. But every once in a while, he'd get excited, and he's like, oh, I know that one. He'd go do it. So I really think that parents can, if you can find the Hooked on Phonics program, the paper program cheap, like if you find it on Amazon or eBay, or you find it at, like I did at a store that was closing out in Canada here, if you can find them for a good price, the books alone are excellent. They're plain white pages. There's no color to them, but they start off really, like, the writing is very clear. This is exactly what you want little kids to be seeing when they're learning to read. So the books alone are fantastic. So if you can get your hands on them, that's great. But really, in order to do Hooked on Phonics with your toddler, all you need is the iPad and the app. Now, the app can be pricey from what I hear. I got it when it first came out and they were giving it away free. However, if you keep your eyes out, it often goes on sale for 99 cents for a $50 app. Amazing. If you're anxious to get started with it right away, you can buy chapters. Originally, they had the app that came out for the general public, and they only had a few levels. Your first level was free, and the second level, I think they had like 3 or 4 levels, and I paid the $5 per level because it was absolutely worth it. But then they stopped updating, and then a few months later, they released the entire program that was completed. So, like I said, I lucked out and got it for free, but I did pay for the first few. I would pay for it. You can go over it several times. Now they have the option to put more than one child, and it saves their place. So definitely check out the Hooked on Phonics app. If you can get the Hooked on Phonics books, they're great. They're nice little short books to read with kids. Keeps their attention but doesn't draw it out too long. And the characters are kind of funny. Zakari loves Pop Fox and Pigwig, he sees them right away and he knows the characters, and it's definitely helped him pick up his basic phonics. He can read any three-letter word. He figures out many other words, but the three-letter words are down. So definitely check it out. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Be sure to subscribe. I've noticed that my subscriptions are going up, so keep it coming. I'll keep making videos. I'm hoping to release at least 3 to 5 videos a week just to keep things fresh. So if you have any ideas, things you'd like me to talk about, check it out. Also be sure to check out my blog, earlylearningmom.com. Thanks everybody. Have a great day.